daily routine in English. Every morning, I wake up to the sound of my alarm clock at 6:30 a.m. The sun is just starting to rise, and the house is quiet. I stretch and take a moment to thank God for a new day. I love the feeling of a fresh start. I head to the bathroom, where I splash cold water on my face to wake myself up fully. Then, I brush my teeth with mint toothpaste, which leaves my mouth feeling clean and fresh. I look at myself in the mirror and give myself a little pep talk. Today is going to be a great day, Omar. After washing up, I lay out my prayer mat in my room and pray the Fajr prayer. The quietness of the morning makes this moment feel peaceful and special. Sometimes my father joins me and we pray together. I love the feeling of starting my day with gratitude and faith. After praying, I sit for a few minutes and read a short verse from the Quran. It helps me feel calm and focused for the day ahead. Once I finish praying, I change out of my pajamas and put on my school uniform. I make sure my shirt is neatly tucked in and my shoes are polished. I pack my school bag carefully, double-checking that I have all my books, notebooks, and homework. I also pack a small snack for break time. Before leaving my room, I glance at the poster of my favorite football player on the wall and feel a little burst of motivation. I head to the kitchen where my mother is preparing breakfast. The smell of freshly cooked eggs fills the air. I greet my parents with a cheerful good morning and sit down at the table. My father is reading the news, and my mother is pouring tea. We eat together as a family, and I enjoy the warm, fluffy scrambled eggs my mother makes. She always adds a little cheese, which makes them extra delicious. We talk about our plans for the day, and my father reminds me to stay focused in school. After breakfast, I brush my teeth again and wash my hands. Before leaving, I kiss my mother's head and thank her for the meal. My father drives me to school, and we listen to the radio on the way. Sometimes, we talk about my studies or my favorite football team. He always gives me advice, like, "Work hard, Omar, but don't forget to enjoy your childhood." When we arrive at school, he waves goodbye and tells me to have a great day. As soon as I enter the school gate, I see my best friend Mohammed. We greet each other with a handshake and a big smile. I ask him if he's prepared his homework, and we compare answers. I tell him how easy the exercises were because teacher Miriam explained the lessons so well. She has a way of making even the most difficult topics simple and fun. Mohammed and I walk to our classroom together, chatting about our plans for the weekend. When we enter the classroom, I sit at my desk and organize my books. Teacher Miriam walks in with a warm smile and greets the class. She asks if we've prepared our homework and starts checking our answers. I feel proud when she praises me for solving a tricky math problem. She then begins teaching a new lesson, and I take careful notes. I love how she uses real-life examples to explain concepts, which makes everything easier to understand. When the bell rings for break, Mohammed and I rush outside to meet our friends. We talk about football, our favorite players, and the latest matches. Sometimes we play a quick game of football on the school field. I love the feeling of running and scoring goals. It's a great way to relax and have fun before the next class. During break, I also eat the snack my mother packed for me. It's usually a sandwich or some fruit. After the break, we return to the classroom for more lessons. Teacher Miriam teaches us new topics, and I try my best to focus and participate. I raise my hand to ask questions or share my thoughts. She always encourages us to think critically and work together. I feel proud when I understand a difficult concept, and I help my classmates if they're struggling. When school ends, I pack my bag and head to the school gate. My father is waiting for me in the car, and I wave to him as I approach. On the way home, I tell him about my day, what I learned, how I played football during break, and how teacher Miriam praised me. He listens carefully and gives me advice on how to improve. When we arrive home, I greet my mother and change out of my school uniform into comfortable clothes. I help my mother set the table for lunch. We usually have rice, vegetables, and meat or chicken. The food smells amazing, and I can't wait to eat. While we eat, my mother asks me about my day at school. She wants to know if I understood the lesson that teacher Miriam taught. I tell her everything, and she gives me tips on how to study better. I feel lucky to have such a supportive family. After lunch, I go to my room to rest. I lie down on my bed and listen to some quiet music or read a book. Sometimes I take a short nap to recharge for the rest of the day. My room is my favorite place. It's cozy and filled with things I love, like my football posters and my collection of books. In the evening, my mother helps me with my homework. She's very patient and explains things clearly. If I have trouble with math or science, she breaks it down into simple steps. We work together until I understand everything. When we finish studying, I feel proud because I've learned something new. My mother always encourages me to do my best and never give up. Before bed, I spend time with my father. He tells me stories about the prophets, which I love. My favorite story is about Prophet Joseph, because it's full of exciting events and teaches us to stay strong even when things are hard. After the stories, I go to my room, brush my teeth, and get ready for sleep. I say a small prayer and think about all the good things that happened during the day. Then, I drift off to sleep, ready to start a new day tomorrow. Thank you for watching the video.